Peace and Black Power. Welcome to another edition of Baba TV, House of Consciousness, and it's my absolute privilege to have before my lens this beautiful black couple, King Dante and Queen Tiffany, and they have a new book together entitled The 5 Black Heartbeats of Love and Wealth, 5 Keys to Investing with the Person You Invest In. Are you willing to do what it takes to have a successful, healthy, and fulfilling relationship? As hard as it seems for the black man and woman to stay together, this book, just the sounds of it sounds promising. Break down, just talk about your new book.
So, The 5 Black Heartbeats of Love and Wealth is a powerful read that's going to make you take a look at yourself first, but it's going to also make you take a look at your significant other. Now, when we wrote this book, we wanted to let everybody know it's not about us, but it is about these principles and these strategies that took us from a little bit to a whole lot. Our whole mission was, if you're not going to invest with the person that you invest in, then what are we doing dealing with each other in the first place, right? So this book right here is making people wake up and ask the important questions. Do you bring value to my life? Are you helping progress in life? What are we doing? What type of substance do we hold with one another? If you want to get to the next level, what are we doing with each other? How are we going to get to that level? So it's a combination of business, and it's a combination of emotional strain that most people go through. If you have been through a dysfunctional situation before, this right here is probably your medicine. This right here is probably your medicine.
Our mission with our movement and this book is to really create a mindset shift and how we're choosing partners, not just being with a person or an individual, but actually how we choosing to be with certain people and what the value is that they bring to us and what value we bring to them. I think a lot of the issue is we don't never have a vision for what we expect from a relationship or how those relationships play such a part in our lives. Because if we really understand it, our foundation of our family and our household is wealth. So when we have the 5 Black Heartbeats of Love and Wealth, it's not just monetary wealth. It does incorporate that, but it's whatever wealth means to you. And y'all have to determine that as a team, and we don't work as a team anymore. Right. So it's really bringing back the foundation of how powerful the black household is and how we can actually create strategies in order to get that foundation back solid. Because we got to start creating more opportunities for our kids and our babies to not go through the hustle and bustle that we went through every day. So we travel with our son, we allow him to see the experiences that we have and the good energy that we passing around so that he can see what entrepreneurship is, he can see what family is, he can see how a team is supposed to work. So that's our whole mission, man. We really want to get people to invest with the people and the person that you invest in, not just monetary, but wealth, health, anything that's for your growth and for your well-being. Make sure the people that you are choosing to invest your time and energy to is actually giving you something in return.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
How may the people purchase the book? How can they contact you?
If you go to our website, it's Black Heartbeat. If you go to our website, it's Black Heartbeat. That's BLACHeartbeat.com. And BLAC simply stands for Build, Love, and Commit. You build it, you love it, you stay committed to it, whatever you guarantee success in life.
Black Heartbeat on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah, right.
BLAC Heartbeat.
Right.
Reach out to us. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything y'all want to talk about, we will be glad to put it out there. This is a no holds bar book. We not babying nobody. We not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but it's gonna make you take a look at yourself, and it's gonna make you take a look at the people around you. And that's what we have to start doing nowadays, because it's too much out here we missing out on because we not taking value of the people that we choosing to be around and encompass our energy. So Black Heartbeat, BLAC Heartbeat, be a part of this movement, this mission to really get ourselves back on track, man. We appreciate y'all.
Exclusively in our book, The 5 Black Heartbeats of Love and Wealth, we speak on family as being wealth. And one of the inspirations behind the book was my father-in-law, my wife's father here, Randy Kears, who wrote a groundbreaking book as well. It's a reentry book. It's called Changing the Game Plan. If you understand how it's not necessarily about the incarcerated body, but it's about the incarcerated mind as well. This particular book right here is a reentry book. After he did 13.5 years in prison, he came home, wrote this book, and now a lot of the prison systems around the country use his reentry book for their prisons. Pops.
Thank you very much, man, for inviting me on your show. I really appreciate you, man. I appreciate the work that you're doing and putting that positive consciousness back out in our community. My name is Randy Kearse. I'm the author of this book right here called Changing Your Game Plan, How I Used Incarceration as a Stepping Stone for Success. This book is about my life. It's about overcoming adversity. It's about the challenge to change, how I took a negative situation, turned it into a positive opportunity. This book pretty much is about trying to educate and empower people on how to break free from the mindset that unfortunately a lot of our young men and older men in the African American community buy into, that allows them to accept going to prison in the first place. This book is also about trying to break free from the mental incarceration that a lot of our people are incarcerated in, you know, the mindset and thinking that, you know, the streets and gang banging and drugs is a way to live a life. You know, I spent unfortunately about 30 years of my life in and out of the correctional facilities, you know what I'm saying? From the time I was 17 to the time I was 50, I was under some type of correctional supervision. So what I'm trying to do is educate our young people on, number one, how to avoid getting caught up in the system, how to avoid the pitfalls and the traps that are out there that will ensnare them in the system. And for the brothers that are in there, I'm trying to show them on how to get their life back on track, how to focus, how to properly prepare for getting out so they don't wind up back in the system. I have a company called Reentry Strategies. We create content to help educate and empower people that are incarcerated to make a positive and productive re-entry back into society.
That's your question, brother, man.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on some of your prison experiences and what it was like to be in prison, and could you enlighten the human family on what prison life is like?
Well, prison life in itself on a daily basis, I mean, it's a degrading experience. You know what I'm saying? When you're giving somebody the power over you to tell you what to do, when to eat, what to eat, how to eat, where to go, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, when you go to bed and everything like that. So when you're in prison, you don't have no power. You give up your power.
What would you say is mainly the worst thing as to being a prisoner? You know, because as me being an ex-convict myself, I'm trying to just pick the mind of my fellow comrade and whatnot.
The worst, like I said, the worst part of me was the fact that I was powerless. You know what I mean? And I gave, from the choices that I made prior to being incarcerated, that got me incarcerated, I gave people the power over me. You know what I'm saying? Any given time, those people could have came in there and did whatever they wanted to do to me and the other people in there, and we would have really had no recourse. You understand what I'm saying? There were situations where in the penitentiary where riots broke out. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, guys thinking that, you know, we're going to, you know, explode or whatever the case may be, but then when the riot squad came in there, they smashed all of that. So the worst thing for me about prison is this false conception that we run the jail. Like you're in power, like you, because you're part of a gang, or you got a locker full of commissary, or you got fresh clothes, like you run the jail. No, you don't run the jail. The police run the jail, because anytime they want to come down and run down on you, and I've seen people get killed in prison. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is a message to the people out there, you know what I'm saying? Prison is not a good thing to go to. No, why? Because you are a fantasizer. A fantasizer is a person that constantly talk about what they used to do, what they could do, what they wish they could do, and what they could no longer do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the worst thing being in prison. And not only that, you get exploded. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So they got, and then you make a butthole out of yourself on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So we be like, yo, man, I'm not working for minimum wage, I'm not working for McDonald's, but you work for $1 a day. The highest paying job, in prison is working for $1 a day. You know what I'm saying? And 40 cents.
Let me elaborate on you. Where a guy's in prison and he's working for $1 an hour or $20 a month or something like that. They take pride in those jobs. I've seen guys say, man, look at my floor, look how waxed it is, or look at the great job that I'm doing. But like you said, when they get out, they won't take a minimum wage job. And, you know, and it's crazy, the mindset. So this is what my book is about, is trying to change that mindset that a lot of guys have, that we can, you know what I'm saying, empower ourselves. The only way that you can break the system is throwing a monkey wrench in them and by freeing your mind.
Yeah, definitely, man. Because, like, it's crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's mad crazy. You know what I'm saying? People being there fantasizing. That's the worst thing you could do. If you don't have it on your physical being, on your physical person, you having $1 million don't mean nothing if you can't touch it. If it's not readily available for you, you don't have no access to it. So, and they talking about they fly, they creasing their pants and whatnot. Y'all got a uniform in there, having a prison uniform, prison garbs, prison garments. That's not cool, and it's not right and exact, man. And we here to set the example that, yo, we got to get out that mind state, glorifying prison and whatnot.
Yeah, in closing, I want to say this, like the brother said, you know, you got a lot of people that glorify the prison life, the prison mentality. At the end of the day, you lose so much more than you gain when you're in prison. You know what I'm saying? Prison is for suckers. I felt like a sucker in prison. I'm going to tell you right now, anytime that I couldn't really watch what I wanted to watch on TV, I couldn't see my family when I wanted to see them. They treated my family with disrespect. They treated them, you know what I'm saying, with so much, you know, disdain for us, you know what I mean? So they was dehumanizing. So I can never, ever, ever come home and give people the illusion like prison is a place that makes you a man. What makes you a man is staying out of prison, taking care of your responsibilities while you out here. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what my message is, taking responsibility for your life. And there's nothing glamorous about prison. And anybody that tells you it ain't your friend, ain't your homie, ain't your family, because prison is for suckers. All right? I'm going to keep it real.
And with that word, we out. This has been a special edition of Barber TV, and this is what you get from Barber TV, real consciousness.
My man.
Peace, bro.
Peace, Randy, man. Pleasure to meet you, man. If anybody was interested in purchasing a copy of my book, they can go to my website. It's randykearse.co, www.randykearse.co. And what I'm doing actually for the holidays, that I have a special book special for people that are incarcerated. So if you have a family member or loved one who's incarcerated, you can actually purchase this book, my workbook, and another book that I have that go together as far as getting them straight before they come out. And you can go to randykearse.co/book special, and you'll find a special advertisement for my package deal for Change Your Game Plan, the workbook, this book, and another book, all right? So again, it's www.randykearse.co/book special, all right? Take care, and I love Baba TV. Peace.